Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aries. So, Aries, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. So, Aries, I feel like this reading has a moment that is very transformative for you in a way that it shatters a relationship of immense trust. And I feel like you had, in a specific person, such confidence, such certainty, most of all, that you didn't expect that, the absolute certainty coming from this person would one day be shattered or transformed in a way that would make you question the reason why you trusted them, or the reason why you believed in them, or the reason why their truth was and has always been your truth. But it feels like for some reason, now is the moment that you trust in your own truth. Now you have acquired such level of knowledge and most of all of discernment that you're able to discern between your truth and their truth. So it's interesting because you're coming here as equal, but for some reason, until this moment, it feels like you've always placed their truth a little bit above yours, almost as if you were placing them on top of a pedestal. And that is because they're opening your reading as the Queen of Swords and you're coming right after as the King of Swords. So you see how both of you are equals in terms of seeing the truth, knowing the truth. However, because the Queen is coming before and the Queen is them, and it's interesting because the way that it fell from the deck as the opening card. So the moment of this spilling of the truth, right? It's like it was a little bit shaky. It felt like it was, this person was not so sure or was not so certain about their truth. However, I feel like this is a moment of incredible wisdom coming from them in order for you to see your truth and for you to see that there is no distinction in terms of the value of your truths. It's like there is no reason to label one truth as being better than the other. So I feel like, at some point they challenge you to really trust in your own truth instead of just trusting in theirs. You see what I mean? It's kind of like this invitation to really be in your sovereignty, be in your truth. And there is admiration coming from both sides. It's like they see the value in your truth as well as you see their value in their truth. But it feels like you have always placed them in this position of the highest truth. And because this certainty from them that was always taken for granted, perhaps, is now being shaken, this is the moment that you have to trust in your own truth because the transformation is here. It's like it cannot be avoided, it cannot be postponed. The Death card is opening this door of transformation for you, Aries. And it's time for you to use this crown of sovereignty, this crown of wisdom, but you have to do it by yourself. And this is the moment that I feel like this Queen of Swords, they've always known about this moment where it's like you were sharing the truth, you were trusting in their guidance, right? I always say that also the Ace of Swords points the direction forward. So it feels like it's like even if you had your own hints and your own nudges of, insights and intuition about your own truth, your own path, it feels like you always confided in this Queen of Swords to have this confirmation, to have this reiteration that yes, your direction is the right one. You see what I mean? So it felt like they were always like a best friend or a partner that was there to say, yes, yes, your truth is true, right? But this is the moment that I feel like they are saying, I don't know what direction you should take. It's like you have to listen to your own truth. This is the moment that you have to follow your own guidance. I cannot go there with you, right? Because the Nine of Wands after the death, this is a moment that you have to go through by yourself. It's like, even though they are there supporting you, it feels like it's like you won't have the certainty that they've always given to you, because they can't. It's like they don't know what's on the other side of the door. This is a path that you have to walk by yourself. So this is something that you'll have to discover on your way there, or crossing the threshold. It's like, even if you expect, because that's what you've always received from them, right? Certainty, this confirmation, this absolute truth, right? That's the reason why you always went to them for this confirmation. It's like crossing this threshold is so embedded in mystery and perhaps even challenges with the Nine of Wands, but it's the type of challenge that is going to open your eyes, because I often talk about the Nine of Wands as having the eyes to see the beauty, right? Despite all of the mud, all of the challenges. Just a second. Sorry about that. This is so amazing that we get to pause now using the iPhone. Cindy from Awakening to Spirit is totally right. This is incredible. So yeah, I'm so amazed by this. So maybe this was very synchronistic, because I feel like, even if there is a little bit of fear in you, Aries, in terms of not knowing what you're going to find on the other side of this door, of this threshold, because you don't have this person's certainty, it can still amaze you. And the reason why I'm saying that, and maybe this is, also my feeling with this, small feature, this new update to the camera and the iPhone, it's like the world is your oyster, because we have the world coming next. And I feel like it's a small step, but it's a small step in direction of your personal truth, your sovereignty, which before you were always, it's like there was always this reflection or this confirmation needed from this person. But now it's like you're going to have your own truths or your own perspectives in regards to the world, not necessarily solely coming from this person's point of view. You see what I mean? It's like opening your eyes, opening your point of view, right? The Nine of Wands was already talking about that. Was almost like this invitation to see a challenge from another point of view, a point of view that is going to broaden your mind, open your eyes, right? And open your eyes to the collective, to the multiple possibilities of different relationships and different truths, I want to say, because then we have the Six of Pentacles. So it feels like until now, you always trusted in this one person to be this confirmation for you, to be not the guiding light, but in a sense, they would give you some sort of reassurance, or just like this certainty, right? This sense of security, right? So that you could really believe in yourself, believe in your truth, because it was matching theirs, right? Or at least it's like, they were giving a direction that was, going in the same direction as yours. So in a sense, it was a confirmation for you. But from this moment on, it's like this threshold just sends you out on your own in this new way of seeing the world that enables you to engage in different relationships that is not necessarily the same type of maybe codependence, right? In terms of always stating something as true if they said so, if they confirmed. You know what I mean? It's like maybe before you didn't even realize that, you didn't really believe in your truth because you always went to them to say, is this true? Is this what I'm seeing true or not? And if they said yes or no, you would believe after, they have given their side of it. But now it's almost like the world is your oyster because there are many points of view, right? It's like each facet of the world. It's almost like, there are many, many, many different worlds, right? Because there are many people in the world. And I feel like this is what is transforming for you, because if you had, put all of your trust in just one person or just one truth, it's coming through as a person, right? Just because, it feels like either a partner or a friend or somebody that is relatable, right? Somebody that is an equal. But it's almost like now the world is opening up, right? It's like the world is being birthed with a new perspective so that you can see that there are many truths and there are many rich ways of engaging with people, because these are valuable connections. It's almost like now you're no longer dependent upon this one certainty, or this certainty coming just from one place or one direction. It's like that it comes from multiple people, multiple facets, multiple cultures perhaps, right? Places in the earth, because it's not just talking about diversifying or just spreading yourself thin, right? It's like if here you had an incredibly rich, intimate exchange of truth, so the type of conversation that you knew that you could get to the bottom of it, right? Go straight to the point, and they would meet you there, right? There was this reciprocal, resonant type of exchange, mutual relationship. But because right now you're being invited to transform that, to remove this person from the pedestal that you have placed them in on, it's like you're going through this change in your own perspective, where you're going to find that what has been, perhaps very challenging, it's now very easy, because you still get to fulfill this sense of, desire for a deep, intimate, long, profound conversation, even with these other people. Because the Temperance is talking about taking your time with each new person. It doesn't diminish, the type of relationship that you have with these people just because you had this as a standard, right? And maybe a very, very high standard. But remember, if now they're saying, I don't know, it's like you'll have to trust your truth. They're giving you the opportunity for you to really test your own sovereignty, and not just test it for yourself, because this is what happens, right? When this uncertainty is shaken, but you're being challenged to, it's like to see things from another point of view, but from, and when I mean, seeing things from another point of view, I mean interacting with other people that are going to give you other facets of the world, right? And again, in a deep way, in a way that you get to take your time to absorb this new perspective, right? So it feels like there is this this new way of engaging with truth, which is funny because yesterday love and truth were really, really intertwined. But I feel like for some reason, you, Aries, also being the first sign of the zodiac, it's like, you give direction, right, to the rest of the zodiac, even though, I always say that the zodiac is cyclical, so it doesn't really matter where you start and where you end. But, traditionally, or collectively speaking, Aries being the first sign is the one that gives the direction. But if you have placed, your decision making always, by this one, it's like you were always giving away your power in a sense. And the bottom of the deck being the Judgment card, this is time for you to really take back that power. The ability to make your decisions based on your truth, which, yes, you can go and have a conversation with this one, but accept that they're not going to give you full certainty, that they're not able to see what's on the other side unless they go there. And it's almost like the way that I'm seeing this is like it's impossible for two people to cross, at least in this reading, in the context that I'm seeing, right? Maybe this is not this absolute truth, but from this perspective, this is a threshold that you must cross on your own, because this is a challenge that now you are about to face, because your perspective is about to broaden, and it's meant to be so, because it's like this is how you're going to discover very rich and valuable conversations with others, not necessarily just this one, right? Not just this person who has always been, this axis of truth, right? And as I say this, it's like not just being this pillar of truth or this point of reference, but also giving you access to your own truth. But now, because it is such a significant moment, it's like they see how transformative it is for you to really just trust in yourself, right? It's almost like you will benefit immensely, right? In terms of your wisdom, in terms of your relationships. It's like there are valuable connections for you to really, really connect now, because it's like it's also part of this truth, but you have to let go of, placing this person on top of a pedestal and just seeing them as the confirmation of your truth, right? It's like there are others who are going to give you other sides or other perspectives, and that is, it's like the power to discern. It's like if you always, went to this one, you always would have just one other perspective. But now, because your world is opening up, it's like now you have different people that you get to have, incredibly deep conversations, taking your time to ponder, right? It's like receiving their wisdom, savoring it, pondering upon it, and then you get to decide. So it feels a lot more complete, right? In a sense that you have more information to work with. But, selecting your information, it's not about diversifying to the point that you overwhelm yourself, although maybe that might be, a fear of yours, as soon as you cross this threshold. It's almost like if you don't have that point of reference, it's like, who do you go to? But I feel like very, very soon, maybe you'll be amazed that, the right people are going to cross your path, to the point that it's like with each conversation, with each deep, intimate, meaningful conversation, it's like you're going to have a new point of view in terms of seeing the world anew, right? Birthing a new perspective, a new discernment, right? Of this world, of like this new world that is being born, right? It's like the same time that your discernment is being birthed, this new world is being birthed, right? It's like you are the birth of this new discerned world, if that makes sense. So Aries, I am going to pull more cards for you in the extended as well as the astrological runes over there. So if you want to join me, I'll be very happy to see you there. You can find link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.